Welcome to Discover What You Love and Why, a webinar with author Jeff Leisawitz. I'm Kelsye from Avasta Press. Many of you know me. I'm happy to be online with you again. I'm super excited to have Jeff share his good stuff with you guys today. A couple of things while you're watching the webinar. We do have a chat. Oh, my little headphones. We do have a chat going on below the video. You can type in your questions. I'll be watching and making sure that we get those over to Jeff. I do recommend that you have paper and pen. He's going to ask you to write down some things, and it would be good to have your paper and pen on there. We are running a deal while during the webinar, and for about an hour and a half afterwards, you can click on over and get Jeff's book for half off. And I'm also going to send you guys the PDF version, so you have that right away. And very quickly about Jeff, if whatever you're into creatively, he's probably dabbled in it and published it or posted it, whatever. He's got his mucky muck credentials. You know, he's an award-winning musician, a producer. He's been an internationally distributed filmmaker, a founding writer of Seattle's 107.7 The End, which was our grungy, phenomenal radio station. He teaches applied composition and songwriting at Pacific Lutheran University. But, that's great. Why I respect and love Jeff is because he's actually someone I know personally who has been in my writing group for a good 6 years. And I have seen him write screenplay after screenplay. I've seen him make a movie. I've seen him do a Kickstarter. I've seen him go through copyright fiascos and dramas with his music and all of the dramatic ups and downs you can have in a creative life. And Jeff has this amazing ability to stay positive, stay motivated, and stay creatively engaged and inspired. And as his friend, I was very lucky to be able to sit across from him at the coffee shops and to receive that creative energy. And so Jeff's book, NFA, and these webinars is me sharing my friend with you. And I hope that you will be able to get some of that spark and some of that inspiration as well. You can also tweet me during the session at Kelsye. I'll be watching Twitter too in case you have questions. And if you have any tech issues, I'll be running around virtually in the background trying to help you all out. And now I will turn it over to Jeff. Let me make sure that we've got Jeff's face for you all. All right, Jeff, take it away.
Hey, I'm there. Hello, Kelsye.
Right.
Thank you so much for that introduction. That is awesome. And hey, you guys, thank you so much for checking out this webinar today. This is my first webinar, so I'm a little nervous. I'm going to do what I can to make this work. So if you read the book, one of the chapters in this thing is start before you're ready. I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm doing it. I'm going to take my own advice because that is what you got to do if you're going to be NFA. So today we are going to discover what you love and why. Are you guys psyched on this? Yeah, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So people out there, I don't know how many people are out there right now, but if you guys can text your name and your place, where you are out there in the world, into the little texture here, that would be great, just so we can get that dialogue going. So why did I write this book? Why am I doing this webinar? All that kind of stuff. I've been a writer, like Kelsye said, for quite a while. A writer, a musician, a photographer, a filmmaker. I've also practiced something called NLP, which is neuro-linguistic repatterning. It's sort of a fringy psychology that helps people untangle their subconscious blocks, because as we'll see in a little bit, the subconscious is really where the action is. Okay, I'm also trained as a life coach, and as Kelsye mentioned, I teach songwriting. So very cool. Okay, so you guys are texting in here. Eltham Pub, San Antonio, awesome. Tracy and BC, fantastic. Scott Leisawitz, the Scott Leisawitz, my bro, awesome. New York City, Kenneth, right on. Canada represents, right on. And Crabman 13, Bainbridge Island, local, very cool. Okay, so thanks again, you guys, for checking this out. So after years in my life of creating and destroying and building and learning and growing and expressing, I figured out at least one thing, and that is that at our core, we are creative beings. And when that gets shut down or that gets ignored or dissed or whatever, we're not really living full expressions of ourselves. Creativity is really healing on a lot of levels, and I believe it's absolutely essential for us. For me personally, I've rediscovered the beauty in the world by taking photographs. I've purged demons that I didn't even know I had through writing song lyrics, poetry, things like that. I've expressed my deep truths and philosophies through screenwriting, these screenplays and movies, also essays and blog posts. I fully believe that creativity has, in ways, saved my life. This is not always an easy path. It's not an easy path to do. It's not even an easy path to find. When I was in college, I had a very difficult time figuring out, what am I going to do with my life? I know what I love, but there's all these pressures and forces sort of pushing us to think in ways that might not really be the best for ourselves. So I'm here to help you find your passion and to push forward with that and to heal yourselves through that process. So you guys cool with that? Yeah, fuck right. That's right. Okay, so can I get a fuck right on the texter here? I want to see how many fuck rights we can get on this text just to get this thing going. Okay, so our first exercise today, you guys all have your pen and paper or your document up on your computer? Okay, I am going to read some statements, and I would like you just to jot down the words that sort of resonate with you. Nancy, fuck right. Okay, Tracy, fuck right. You guys are on it. Nice. Kenneth, good job. Okay, so here we go. Just write down the word that sort of resonates with you. Word or words, many words. I'll read the list twice. I am a person who helps. Does that sound like you? Write down helps. I am a person who creates. I am a person who builds. I am a person who thinks. I am a person who feels. I'm a person who takes action. I'm a person who studies. I am a person who organizes. I'm a person who likes to use his or her hands. I'm a person who likes to use his or her mind. I'm a person who plays. I'm a person who travels. I'm a person who loves adventure. I'm a person who dabbles in things. And the last one, I'm a person who goes deep and gets nerdy. Okay, so I'm just going to go over those again quickly. Just write down again as many as you want that feels like you. Helps, creates, builds, thinks, feels, takes action, studies, organizes, likes to use your hands, likes to use your mind, plays, travels, loves adventure, dabbles in things, or gets nerdy. And by the way, if there's any other words you want to put on this list that I didn't mention, because there are plenty more words out there, feel free to write that one down. Okay, so here we go for the exercise, next part. Pick one of those words, just one, doesn't matter which one, anyone that you feel strongly about, that you resonate with, and write a sentence with your name at the beginning. So for instance, Jeff is a person who creates. Jeff is a person who plays. Jeff is a person who feels. Piece of cake. You guys got that, no problem. And hey, while you're at it, text in your answers. Let's see what you guys got.
Hey, Jeff, I have a question for you while people are writing down their sentence.
Yep.
So I loved all of those words, and I wrote them all down. Do you have any advice for us if they all seem to resonate? Do we just pick which one was calling us at the moment?
Sure. Just pick one, and we'll do this. We'll do this exercise with one word. But hey, after this webinar, feel free to go back and do this same exercise with as many words as you want.
Got it.
Easy. Okay, let's see what we got here. So Scott is a person who helps, creates, and loves. Good. Kate is a person who creates. Tracy is a person who thinks way too much. Okay, well, we'll turn that down a little bit and we'll be good. Kenneth is a person who builds and creates. Okay, awesome. You guys got this going on. So here's the next part. Now I would like you to write a sentence using your name in the past tense, using one of the words, the word that you choose, that demonstrates what kind of person you are. So that sounds a little complicated, but it's really not. Jeff is a person who created a book called Not Effing Around. Jeff is a person who played with Photoshop until he fell asleep at his desk, which, by the way, is a true story. So here's what it is. Blank, that's your name, is a person who blank. Your name is a person who blank. Okay, good job out there. And again, feel free to text that stuff in so we all can see what's going on with everybody. So here's the next piece. This is where it gets extra fun. Write a sentence using your name in the past tense about something fictional and outrageous that would have been super cool to do. It doesn't have to match up with one of the words you chose, but if it does, that's fantastic. Okay, so here's mine. Jeff is a person who directed the next Star Wars movie, right? How cool would that be? Jeff is a person who photographed Billy Idol in 1985 in the middle of the Rebel Yell tour, right? Cool. So write your statements there. Again, Jeff, your name is a person who blank. Scott is a person who built lots of websites. True. Scott James is a person who hang glided off Mount Everest. Nice. Crabman13, Tom is a person who helped his godfather set up an email. Good. What's Kelsye got here? Kelsye is a person who wrote and published 20 incredible, beautiful, meaningful novels. Nice. Good job, Kelsye. Okay, good job. You guys are awesome. So here's the last piece of this. Take those statements that you've written and change it from third person, from your name, to first person. So now it's, I'm the person who directed the next Star Wars movie. I'm a person who photographed Billy Idol in 1985. And again, when you got that, sort of feel what that's all about, right? And then text that guy in for us. Good job. Scott Leisawitz is a person who ended all wars on Earth. Good job, bro. Ashley's a person who knit a BB-8 replica. Chris wrote essays based on his ideas, and Chris won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Well done. Okay, very cool. So again, just sort of feel into this, into what you're writing. Okay, here's the next piece, as we're moving right along, a little meditation. So as we mentioned before, the conscious mind is really good at some stuff and really not so great at other stuff. Your subconscious is where the action's at. It's where the truth lies. But sometimes the truth and your true essence sort of gets hidden from your consciousness because parts of you were hurt in some way when you expressed yourself creatively, and really in a million different ways, but we're going with creativity right now. So your truth can get buried. Does this sound familiar? Yes, I think so. So me too. So we're going to do a little meditation to help loosen up your subconscious, to give you some new answers and some new information. You guys all cool with that? Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes or sort of stare at something in your room, in your desk, wherever you are. Take some deep breaths, and as I talk, just let yourself go deeper and deeper and loosen up your mind. Good, thank you. Feel your breath. Feel your body relax. Feel your subconscious starting to let go. That's great. Very good. Now just remind your subconscious that it's safe. It's safe to release any information that will help you on your creative path. The joy and healing and fun that's possible by expressing your creative self is okay. Yeah, feel that. Know that. It's okay. It's good. When you're ready, just ask your subconscious what you need to know concerning your creative path moving forward. It might be something you forgot that you loved, or some hurt that needs to be released. Okay, good. Thank you. Ask your subconscious what's been stopping you. Ask your subconscious what else could help you on your creative journey, because it knows. You already know the answers. Good. So breathe in all of this new information, take it in deep, let it sink in, know that new truth. Good. Thank your subconscious for being so helpful, and let it know that you'll be saying hello soon again as you move forward on your creative journey. Good job. So when you guys are ready, just come on back to the present. Feel your breath getting more grounded as you come back into your body and into the present. And when you're back, if you'd like, please share on the text what you learned, what you got out of that, what you felt. So you guys are amazing. Good job. So let's see what we've got here. Scott James. Need to learn to relax. Kenneth, right? We all do. It's amazing what just relaxing a little bit will do for you, that's for sure. Kate, I need to quit dissipating my creative energies. Good. Good job. Zokoite, my laziness and procrastination have held me back. Okay, Mr. Chris F01, bipolar disorder. Don't be afraid to fail. Great. Good job, you guys. You guys are awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got a little bit more to go here. The next part of this thing is the intention, the why. Know what you love and why. Okay, it's a big deal because intention deepens your actions with the drive that it takes to sort of push this forward. So I'm gonna do a couple of mine. I love photography. I love writing because language is a magical mystery swirl of sounds that communicates ideas. So cool. I love music because music transcends language and is a pure expression of emotion. I love taking photographs because this life is fleeting and the beauty of it isn't always obvious, right? So now it's your turn. Why do you love the thing that you love? Why do you want to pursue it? Why do you believe it's worthy and the thing for you? So why don't you just take a minute or two and just sort of free write on that, sort of get a sense of those answers. Why do you love the things that you love? Why do you want to pursue it? Why do you believe it's worthy and the thing for you? Okay, you guys doing all right out there? So now I'd like to distill that even further. Okay.
Wait, give us one more minute, Jeff.
Oh,
give us one more minute.
Okay, Kelsye says 1 more minute.
1 more minute.
We got 1 more minute. Sorry.
About why we love what we love.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, Kelsye says go. It is time to go. Let's do this. Okay, so take all of what you've sort of got swirling around your brain right now, and I'd like us to do another fill in the blank. I love blank because blank. Just distill it down to the absolute essence of what we're talking about here. I love blank because blank. And again, type that in because we all want to know. Kate Allen says, I love writing because it gives me near limited creativity. I can be anyone, explore anything, anywhere, and share that with my readers. I know, right? How cool is that? And as readers, we get to experience someone else's vision. That's amazing. Freaking love reading, right? What else we have here? Tracy, I love writing because I can convey a feeling to another with words when I can't when I speak. Fantastic. Good job. Kenneth, I love writing as an expression of creativity. Stuart, I like taking photos because I like what comes out. Beautiful. Yeah, lots of writers in here, right, Kelsye? There's writers everywhere. Fantastic. Okay, so you guys are NFA. You guys are all not fucking around. I love it. It was great work. I know this kind of thing can sort of shake you up at the core because it's getting into some real stuff. But it's good, and I think it's really going to help you figure out where you're at and move forward with that and make significant changes. So thank you. I think, Kelsye, do we have some time for some questions? Do you have any questions over there?
Yeah. So if you are watching, go ahead and type in any questions that you might have for Jeff, either about how do you get unstuck, how do you stay motivated, how do you handle disappointments, all of those kinds of stuff. And I'll show you guys some of the inside stuff from his book. This is my noted copy, so excuse my little tabs and notes. But this is just a little preview of some of the stuff that he does in the book. And if you're a fan of Austin Kleon, Steal Like an Artist and Show Your Work, this book will resonate really well with you. And we've got a really great artist also that has done some nice cartoons in there as well. So it looks like we've got a couple questions that have come through. Jeff, can you see them, or do you need me to tell you what they are?
I can see some of these. Let's go for it. Okay, so Scott James asks a good one. Do you have any creativity rules or rituals, for getting in the zone? That's a really good question. And yes is the answer. So our brains like to sort of connect different pieces and different parts of things where, the Pavlovian response, right? So if you want to go into creative mode, starting a ritual that connects with that can be a really powerful thing. Rituals can be anything. It can be, flipping over a stone on your desk or moving it across the desk. It can be taking a special walk. It can be smelling the flower across your, room there. For me, it is actually something that my brother Scott, who is on here right now, got for me as a gift. It's this weird LED light that changes colors, right? It's like this weird sort of, I don't know, psychedelic something. Anyway, I turn this thing on and it tells my brain, forget about the world, forget about being right, forget about sort of achieving necessarily, and just do it, just be it. So when I see these lights like flicker on and off, it puts me in that zone. So for me, that is the ritual, but it can be anything. So, be creative with your ritual, right? You're a creative person. Find a ritual and, do it, start doing it. And every time you do it, it reinforces it further. So anybody else have any rituals out there? Let's see what you guys have.
My rituals are actually my journals.
Yeah.
If it's moleskin, usually they're black, but look, I'm going with Avasta teal. It tells me that whatever I write in there is free range. I can try out ideas, I can try out styles, I can try out creativity. So it's almost like a little safe environment for me. And whenever I have my moleskin, it's not my work notebook, it's not my computer, anything goes in here.
That's awesome. Nancy says incense are a ritual, and that's fantastic. That's a great one, Nancy. Light the incense every time you're about to start writing or painting or whatever your thing is. And again, it signals your brain to do that, or to get into that. Cup of tea, good job. Also great. So I'm really...
How about motivation? Did you see the motivation question, perchance?
What's the question exactly?
How to get motivated to just do it.
How to get motivated to just do it. I would suggest a couple of things. One is deciding exactly what you want to do and what you can handle on a daily or near daily basis. If you're going to write, let's say, because we've got a ton of writers out there, what can you do every day? 100 words, 15 minutes, 1,000 words for an hour? Like, I don't know what that is for you, but you need to, you decide what that is for you. And you sort of make that as a goal. And you have to prioritize it, right? The world will get in your way. It does. It will, and it will again. So you have to say, every day, I'm going to write for 15 minutes. Okay? Then you do it. You put a little star on your calendar. You put a little mark on your book or whatever, wherever you got, just some sort of feedback to remind you that you did it the day before, right? And then you did it the next day, and suddenly, wow, I got 5 days in a row where I wrote. That gets the momentum going, gets the habit going. And once you've got that, you've got a lot more power to move forward in what you're doing. Another thing, if you can find it, is someone to be accountable to. So this is really powerful. If you can find a friend or anybody really to be accountable to say, hey, every day after I do my 100 words or 15 minutes or whatever it is, I'm going to email you and tell you I did it. Or at the end of the week on Friday afternoon, I'm going to email you and tell you I did it. Okay? That can be really, really powerful. But the trick is, it is not their problem to contact you. The deal is you contact them. It's you have to be responsible for, for taking action. So that's my tips on that one. So again, you guys, thank you so much for checking this out. Oh, by the way, I want to hear about all the ass kicking that you guys are doing. So at NFA Jeff on Twitter, through the website, whatever. I want to hear what you've done, what you're doing, and what you got out of this whole thing. So I really appreciate that. I'm here to help and support you. Right on. Thank you again.
I'm gonna post a couple links in the chat for y'all. One is to Jeff's contact page if you feel like sending him a note. Another one will be to the NFA video series that he's doing with Brown Paper Tickets, which is a really awesome indie ticketing company. And he's interviewing all of these artists, and they're giving their insights, talking about failure and motivation and all these great things. There's a ton of videos up there now. You can go there. And then also watch for email from me, both with the worksheet so you can keep working on this later, and also with some other treats. And because this was Jeff's first webinar, if you have any thoughts or any ideas when I send out those emails, if you want to reply back, We would really appreciate it, and we would love to hear it. And thank you all for being on. Jeff, you have any last words? Final words?
You guys rock! That's all I got.
Thanks. Thanks all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you had fun. Thanks, Jeff.